Okay. Hi, Earth people. I am Chinghiz together with you. Today, December 7th, 2023, and genocide before our eyes happening in 2023, in 21st century, televised forum happening, all live online, undeniable genocide, undeniable. All experts about genocide, they confirm it. Israel decided and launched genocide, and who helping Israel do that, supporting, aiding. So obviously, United States of America, Britain, European Union, Germany, G7, maybe Japan government not, I don't know. They are not both position. So there are different figures. People, when I saying figures about how many Palestinian civilians, children, half of them children, women killed, are taking this info from social media, and I know they try use, sometimes they give, yes, giving me not so exact figures. And after that, try say you, I say not, uh, my figure is not credible. Means no listen to Chinghiz. This not be foolish. This all day. Time feed. My active internet fully under their control. Time feed in Twitter, in YouTube, any site where I will join. If I enable join to some site, this means they already allow that, agreed with that. And this means they're already there. Otherwise, they not will allow me to access to any social media site, etc. Period. And figures there also there. But last figures, there are nearly 20,000, nearly. You know, there are different figures. More than 16,000 in some figure, 18,000 in some, 20 with plus thousand, and approximately half of them children. In some figures more than 8,000, in some figures more than 7, in some figures more than 6, nearly 7. thousand children intentionally killed, assassinated by Israel authority. Intentionally. Thousand children and counting. And counting. And we already knew Israel using program, military program using artificial intelligence. Means they attack programmed by robots, by machines. And it's programmed for kill more people. And this fact check, undeniable. Their genocide, and this genocide launched by Israel authority intentionally, undeniable. And their statements, Israel leader statements, President Herzog, mostly Prime Minister Netanyahu and his government, Defense Minister Gallant, their Smotrich, Finance Minister, their Ben-Gvir, National Security Minister, I think. There are others, all of them, publicly, before TV cameras, repeatedly confirmed. They decided genocide, do genocide against Palestinian people. And this not only in Gaza, even they planning do that in West Bank, but in Gaza. There are more than 2 million people. In very short period of time, there are nearly 20,000 killed. Nearly half of them, children, and counting. And they increasing their attack. And all what possible international law and norms, they broke intentionally. Israel authority. Apartheid states, terrorist authority. Undeniable. Terrorist authority. We shall name Israel state authority means terrorist. How you can call Hamas terrorist group, but Israel authority who killed 100 times, not 10 times, dozens times more civilians intentionally, and now genocide. You not to call Israel authority terrorist. This is unacceptable, absolutely and completely. If you naming Hamas terrorist, we shall name Israel terrorist. Period. And political action on this case. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres invoked Article 99, means as Secretary General of the United Nations, he have right do this initiative, and is this by Article 99 of United Nations Charter. And this means Security Council shall take this offer from Secretary General, and there should be resolution. Unfortunately, this not freeze it veto right. If so, this will be good, but not. And that means United States will veto. But since 30 years, 1993, this opportunity, powerful opportunity to Secretary General of the United Nations, not will use it. 30 years. And this also show what they happen in Gaza. And World Health Organization President Tedros, Mr. Tedros, Israel authority give them ultimatum, 24 hours, during 24 hours, leave concrete compounds, they facilities in Gaza. We're talking about health, World Health Organization. It's about hospital, they camp, field hospitals. Sorry for seconds. This one. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, Dr. Tedros, President of World Human Organization. He tweeted, today means December 4. Today, World Health Organization received notification from the Israeli Defense Forces that we should remove our supplies from our medical warehouse in southern Gaza within 24 hours, as ground operation will put it beyond use. We appeal to Israel to withdraw the order and take every possible measure to protect civilians and civilian infrastructure, including hospitals and humanitarian facilities. And Mehdi Hassan on this matter, tweeting, imagine if, say, the Russian government was making this notification to the World Health Organization in Ukraine, say a year ago. Politicians and pundits in the West would have been losing their minds. Very true. The carpet bombardment, Israel using very smart, very fresh, means last produced, upgraded bombs and rockets against civilians. Who supply? Mostly United States of America, also Britain. These two countries more. This happening, this literally. They knew Israel, they're committing genocide, and United States sending and continue to send even more bombs and rockets to Israel. Same doing British monarchy with their puppet government. And they even in Congress planning give to Israel additional aid to $10 billion additional. What now happening is not enough. Should there more? In this point, I again say, who aided abetting genocide, war crimes, they committed crimes. And this fact check about these Western countries supporting genocide against Palestinians committed by Israel terrorist authority of apartheid state. World order, what means? All these Western countries talking about world order, international law, norm, human rights, the basic core of the system. Country rule of law based on democracy, human rights. How they can do that? How they, before our eyes, intentionally destroying world order, intentionally destroying international laws and norms. And why? Because Israel authority with fascists, terrorists, and Western countries' media, mainstream media, mostly lying, even as alternative reality formula, means George Orwell method formula, lying to not only their own people, but mainstream media, developed countries, maybe in 21st century, means worldwide. They're lying, lying, lying, try to downplay the genocide, try taking what Hamas did against Israel civilians, and this was clearly a terrorist attack. From there, taken from context, try implement their additional lies as 40 beheaded babies or others. Such lies. No need. We think Hamas attack which form was. And their international law, norm, court. This was massacre attack, terrorist attack, targeted civilians. How? We know. Today's media, Western countries' media, try hit what Israel did against Palestinians, same form and quantity much more, method, same form, mass raping, but Hamas did not confirm verify. There no massive form rape, maybe some form. This old method, buried house, families there, went into house, all families. Attacking by grenade or flamethrower. Israel against Palestinians. Killing much more people. Replacing in one. They attack, they call it this for independence, but this was actually genocidal attack, call it Nakba. This Israel did. First terror attack, creation of terrorist group, this Israel did. Why you Western media try hit that? You want your people or worldwide Earth people better if they not will know about these facts. And you can argue, show Hamas only, Hamas terrorists, Israel have right to that. And also by international law and norm, they are not for defense itself when Palestine under Israel occupation. Even they're using this argue, same attack. Yesterday, thanks to George Gardiakos, call me Georgie, his profile name. George, thanks to him, there are videos on his street. Shortly, I recommend you join. And also this, he take episodes from chronicle film based on documents, fact check. And they are all confirmed by video, by documents. Confirmed, verified means confirmed, verified, and all that war crimes. In war crimes, they are not this happening decades ago, not genocide, war crimes, crimes against humanity. They are no matter when this happened. International law and norm saying that. World order saying that. same attack, rape, but much more. First terrorist organization in Middle East was created by Israel. Irgun Hagana, their other name was Lehi. And the terrorist organizations attacked Palestinians, civilians. And Palestinians would react, of course, and they killing them more, the terrorist organization. Irgun, Lehi, Kahana. Faction. And how kill? Same as they try to show Hamas, how kill. Same episode, huh? But much more. Severely, much more. People was killed by Israeli, and they started to that. This confirmed, verified. Finally, who start? Israel terrorist groups under Israel daytime leadership. And they even killed their own Jewish who was anti-Zionist. He was against Balfour Declaration, Dehaan, Jacob Dehaan, from Netherlands. By whom was killed? By persons who confirmed, which was ordered and awarded by another person who became second president of Israel. Later, at least two, we know two, prime minister was member of this terrorist organization, Irgun. Joachim Begin and Itzhak Shamir. Literally, they was killing Palestinian civilians even more aggressively. They literally was beheaded babies as beheaded. Literally, even babies was killed. And other atrocities. Their rape, massive form rape. Israel never raped women, Palestinians. Why are you saying this lie and repeating that? From start, Israel start to that and later continuation of that. Even in our days, we know. Not only women, even boy in prison. They rape it. This did Israel today. And who pedophiles? World most famous. Among them, again, Jewish, including American citizen, who, because they risk of the arrest, they leave United States to Israel and hid there. And the Israel authority guarantee protection. We have enough fact of that. We also knew Ghislaine Maxwell was there in Israel. When United States demand, I said that she there. When was she there in Israel? Or was Chinghiz wife as now? There was info, I confirmed that she there in Israel. But Israel authority, Netanyahu, was denied that. No Ghislaine here. But I said there, she there. And some form there was pressure from United States authority. And they secretly deported Ghislaine to America, and there she was arrested by FBI. Pedophiles network, and today even against Palestinians in Israeli prison, fact check against boys, not only against women, not only in prison. History. Israel raped Palestinian women dozens and dozens more times than Hamas did in this attack. Their investigation will show finally this rape there happened or not, happened how, which form means how many, but there not was massive form rape, this already confirmed, verified. But Israel massive form raped Palestinian women, girl, under age, 15, 16 years old. Israel soldiers did that. How you can all that deny heat and say, oh, Hamas, for what? For downplay this genocide? For that you decided, I'm talking about this mainstream media of them, and this mainstream media no acting freestyle. They are command, directed. By whom? We know. Therefore, for that reason, they try downplay genocide and saying Hamas, this, intentionally. Before our eyes, there is genocide happening. George Gardiakos, in the war of 1948, hundreds, yes. Total there was replaced nearly 1 million. That's 750,000 replaced. More than 15,000 was killed. Israel call it the War of Independence. Palestinians call it Nakba. Nakba means catastrophe in Arab. The film examines one village, Tantura, and why Nakba is taboo in Israeli society. And here, full version in YouTube, call it Tantura. You tweet, you attack, very severe attack now against me. You can in YouTube find Tantura and watch the film, very important film, Tantura call it. And this film was made by Israeli film director. And it's based on dogs. And they're very bombshell facts. Synopsis. The tape recorded words erase it, take on new weight in the context of history and war. After the United Nations decided to partition Palestine into two separate, independent Jewish and Arab states, and the State of Israel was established in 1948, local hostilities escalated to regional war, and hundreds of Palestinian villages were depopulated in its aftermath. Israelis knew this as the War of Independence. Palestinians called it the Nakba, the catastrophe. In the late 1990s, graduate student Ted Katz researches a large-scale massacre that had allegedly occurred in the village of Tantura in 1948. His work later came under attack and his reputation was ruined, but 140 hours of audio testimonies remain. Director Alan Schwartz revisits former Israeli soldiers of the Alexandroni Brigade and confront them with Teddy's recorded audio tape, interviews, as well as visiting former Palestinian residents of Tantura in an effort to re-examine what happened in the village and explore why the Nakba is taboo in Israeli society. The now elderly ex-soldiers recall unsettling acts of war while discreetly pausing at points they either don't want to remember or not speak of. Audio from Katz's 20-year-old interviews cuts through the silence of self-preservation and exposes the ways in which power, silencing, and protected narratives can sculpt history. The film provides a rare look at Israeli society's first generation and how the country's founding myths has shaped reality for generations. The film brings never before seen archival footage from the War of 1948 alongside intimate interviews with ex-Israeli soldiers, Palestinian residents, and historians. And the episode of this Tantura, the Israeli former soldiers here, now older men, they've been talking about this slaughter. They've been laughing in other video. They're laughing. They committed massacre, and in detailed form they talking how they killed innocent people. And even when talking that, they're laughing. Again, by international law, they committed crime, and there are no way this was happening decades of years ago. They commit crime against humanity. Period. International Court of Justice, International Criminal Court. About International Criminal Court, I already said this Karim Khan should resign. I repeatedly saying that. You should resign, Karim Khan. This best one. what you can do. You puppet on their hand. Israel, United States, British political establishment hand. You never will do your job. But International Court of Justice can. I call countries again who refer to International Criminal Court. Why? You refusing refer to International Court of Justice. South Africa, Bolivia, and other countries, their names. What's your problem, huh? You did that to International Criminal Court, but you refuse to go to International Court of Justice. Why is this so absurd position of you? Go to International Court of Justice and invoke genocide convention because they are genocide. You, by virtue using that, Qatar Emir, South Africa Authority, Bolivia Authority, you call it that genocide because genocide. Do that. Refer, go to International Court of Justice and invoke genocide convention without delay. Pakistan should join, Indonesia should join, Malaysia should join, other countries. Need only one country, enough. No do mistake. If you not will do that, this means you part of this playbook. You knew Karim Khan not will act. Best way some semi-form, half of, and this not about justice, about international law and norm. Karim Khan will downplay the genocide. And you knew that, therefore you go to him, not International Court of Justice. If so, who you? Countries who in words call this act rightfully genocide, but in their action, they refuse. No do mistake. Go to International Court of Justice and invoke Genocide Convention without delay. So in this short video, listen, these former soldiers and what they did against Palestinian civilians, children, women, family in their house, in their home, when they peacefully there was. I should read because they're talking in Hebrew or Hebrew. Look, first man saying, we occupied Tanturia, this village called Tanturia, and this film, Tantura, about that. We occupied Tanturia. We caught a lot of Arabs. We collected them. Get up, get up. So they stood up. And shot. They were all killed. And how are he talking about that? Okay. Other soldier. Foreman. This one. The village was annihilated. The village was annihilated. And this another man who killed maybe dozens, and when talking about that, he laughing. This man, this one. Okay? And not only he laughing, others too. Okay, this third man, what he's saying? It and me, or them, and the state is taken by the sword. The state is taken by the sword. How many people did you kill in that way? Asked journalist, this man who was out, this episode from Tantura film, documentary movie. How many people did you kill in that way? Asked interviewer this man with mustache. And he laughing. I didn't count them. And he laughing. And he continue. I didn't count them. And laughing. Look. And he laughing and saying, how many? I don't know really. He laughing and saying, we asked how many kill you these Palestinians, women, children, civilians in their home. And he say, I don't know really. I had a rifle with 250 shots. I fired it and killed everybody. And you're laughing when saying that. We killed them without remorse. And all laughing. And this man, this today my Chinghiz live coverage photo, this man, one of these Israeli soldiers, member of terrorist group 2, and this man said, well, this happened. We did that. This happened. Okay? And here he's saying, a terrible situation. They tortured them, cut off the genitals, and they put the cut genitals in their mouths. Israeli doing that. Cut the genitals, cut it in, and they put it in their mouths. One of the soldiers, they raped a girl. She was 16 years old. And he's laughing. There are individuals who carried flamethrowers, and chased people and burned them with flamethrowers. chased people, Palestinian civilians. Again, their children, women, all, and burned them alive, you know. And even laughing, you know. Oh, laughing. You're laughing. You're talking about that, what I said, and laughing. Look, happy. I will not talk about this because it was scandal. It was scandal. This small episode. Who truly Israel state authority from start. There are no changes. Today's, we can call today's authority even more extremist, but all authority of Israel minus few was terrorist, extremist, and they committed crimes, massacres after massacres. When Secretary General of the United Nations said Hamas attack not was happening in vacuum, means that. Mainstream media, shame on you. You by your lie, by your evil position, aiding, supporting genocide, which intentionally launched by Israel authority against Palestinian people. There were 1,000 children killed intentionally. This Blinken spokesperson, same fascist as Blinken, Jewish supremacists, white supremacists, they lying. Hamas was attacked intentionally by Israel, not intentionally. No. This Joe Biden administration so using, as alternative reality, huh? George Orwell method using, saying to white black, to black white. Which form they lie? This form. Fully lying, not some partly. When Israel authority intentionally decided there should be ethnic cleansing, genocide, they should be all killed as Amalek, their statements, they should be seized, they human animals, Palestinians, all terrorists. In West Bank, more than 2 million terrorists. This is all today's Israel authority. And they intentionally killing, direct this program which created by artificial intelligence on the attack against Palestinian people, residential buildings, hospitals, schools, no matter under United Nations, no matter under Red Cross, no matter under World Health Organization, no matter. And Israel killing Palestinians, no intentionally, yeah? Satan, evil. Blinken authority. I'm talking about Joe Biden administration. An entire Congress same position, same Satan, evil. This I saying you people and American people, wake up. This will very bad, very deadly to you and to your country, which high risk can fall apart. Great nations, great country, huh? Anti-Zionism, who denying Zionism, they anti-Semite. Zionism, what? This. Zionism, this. What? By genocide, starting from 1940s, particularly 1948, this Zionism. Zionism, this. Recognizing under Israel this all land day means there should be ethnic cleansing. There should be genocide. And who deny that they anti-Semite? This is not satanic. This is United States Congress. Officially, their bill draft in the House. Who will deny Zionism means who anti-Zionist. This means they anti-Semite. And there should be measures used against them. Because they anti-Zionist. And this means anti-Semite. Before was who denied Holocaust. Now simply. You deny right Israel for take by genocide, by this massacre, by ethnic their land. You deny that. You anti-Semite, you criminal. Huh? This United States official policy already happening. No need in some bill in Congress. This already they position that. And United Nations General Assembly, international law norms, Rome Statute 2, Geneva Convention 2, Conventions, Genocide Convention 2. This all what we shall do as humanity, as civilization. Worldwide, countries across the world, youths, not only youths, all people should stand with Palestine because they are intentionally planned by genocide, by ethnic cleansing, annex these remaining territories of Palestinians. They will happen if we not to stop them. How we can? I said, we can. Together we can. No doubt. No matter United States, Britain, EU, no matter. I say that if they will go against world order, against international law norm, they will see our power of humanity. No doubt. We should use international law and norms. And General Assembly shall act same form. And we will win. We will finally stop the Israeli satanic terrorist authority. And this policy of United States, Britain, EU, and others, Germany, by any cost, any way, even destroying own national interest and national security system, devastatingly damaging. They decided anyway back this Jewish fascist plan by genocide, ethnic cleansing, take land. And why they act in this form against own country interests? I say you, world rulers who Rothschild and co, who own this system which ruled the world. And this system, financial system, as dome, literally dome, there are no way. Oh, because monetary world. And you seeing today, oh, exactly, full media, political establishment, other their forces, all the schemes, playbook, lobbies. And this country even acting against own country interests. United States doing that, acting against own country interests. British authority doing that. German authority doing that. EU authority doing that. You now, after this fact check, for me, this clear, very big risk EU will fall apart too. Because nations, people waking up, who they, huh? They blah, decade of years about democracy, country rule of law, international norm, law, world order, and literally they back in genocide, televised genocide, aiding, supporting, abetting. Who will dare? They will leave you. And same, if American people not to wake up, I try waking up them. America will fall apart. No doubt. They doing that, Rothschild and co. They decided to do that, push a button as puppets. Israel, United States political establishment, British establishment, EU establishment, German as puppet, robot zombie. There's no direct word. As robot zombie acting, even against own country interests. And no belief on them when they try use this playbook, Earth people and United Nations General Assembly members. No be fooled. They shall do for distract. Humanitarian aid, humanitarian corridor, we fighting, we pushing, there will more aid. Stop that. The same time if they are happening. As I read, the World Health Organization president, their United Nations Secretary General, they are. The special rapporteur to Palestine, Francesca Albanese, all based on docs. This is happening really. Genocide. And we shall stop the genocide. If you will fail, what will happen to you? No matter which nation, in which country, around the world. Believe me, no matter. Their goal, launch big crisis, They push it button, world rulers, Rothschild and Co. And during this big crisis, big war means 5 billion of you, 5 billions of you, they will kill it. They will kill. How? Before your eyes. This happening. How? They will kill of you 5 billions. This form. Even will use additional tactical nuke, biological weapon, other measures. Today's upgraded bombs, rockets, other their military. This forum, they will kill you. They launch it, that they push it button. Therefore, Putler in Europe by full-scale intervention, militarist intervention. Therefore, Israel launched his plan, take land of Israel land and other countries, or even Venezuela. Even Venezuela say, hey, Guyana, you have oil. Oh, good. Are coming. Now Venezuela, Maduro, Putler. Who Putler? Who Putler? United States enemy. Western countries enemy. When world rulers behind scene continue collaborate with him. Which playbook they're using. And even Arab countries, shameful, Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, oh, shaking hand of these genociders, Herzog, Merzoug. They are not serious measures against Israel. No, they are nothing. Why do you not go to International Court of Justice for invoke genocide convention? Why? This real action, they refuse to do that. But blah, blah, they knew Israel, these sanctions not so matter. Even about oil. But United States sanctions, this, they think you moron people. But period. Simple and period. These morons thinking you morons. Why they thinking you morons? Because they themselves morons. This Blinken, State Department of Joe Biden administration, of United States political establishment, Congress, they are two, Republican, they are mainly, mostly, Trump, all that, even more. They sanction Israelis. Ha. Condoms. They're using this technology for distract from genocide, for try downplay the genocide. And these Israeli settlers, most of them, born in these countries, in United States, in EU, in Britain. And there are few can be sanctions. And for them also this no matter. They with comfort with that. They understand what they're all doing. It's not to stop them. They not to stop them. And it's not only about settlers, about Israel militaries. How they now, before your eyes, intentionally, even this forum, not by rocket, by bombs, which this intention killing, there are videos. I will show you how. But even by snipers, killing 9 years old boy, 14 years old boy, killing. Same. What was happening in 1948 and what happening now, same, because same authority. First, look at this fact check. They are trying out new weapons on us. TV from Saleh Al-Jafarawi. And others, Palestinian tweeting. American laser guided bombs target civilian homes, sponsored by the international community and with Arab complicity. He tweeting that. And here, this bomb, okay, the American made, they supply to Israel, and Israel using that. Look, people. Residential building, and listen also the noise. Residential building, intentionally attacking by Israel forces, when they knew they are civilians, children, women, and they're using American rockets who supplying by Joe Biden administration backed by Congress bipartisan forum to Israeli terrorist authority of apartheid state, and they're using this American weapon, rocket, bomb against Palestinians on their genocide, to genocidal attack. And this rocket, I'll show you which one. Here, photo. And this photo, very clearly seen. This American made, and America supplied freshly to Israel. Means Joe Biden supplied this to Netanyahu, and Netanyahu using them for the genocide against Palestinians. United States President, George Truman, President of America.
several other.
Look, U.S. President Harry Truman, sorry, I said George Truman, sorry for that. U.S. President Harry Truman talking about how Arabs compromised to allow for Jewish refugees to settle and form Israel. In this video, he talking this less than 1 minute. Listen that. After that, I will read what he said. This is also based on docs and how this is important. For understand from which time United States political establishment fully under control of Rothschild and Co. by schemes. Their lobby groups, AIPAC, and daytime was American Zionist Council, later this became AIPAC in John Fitzgerald Kennedy time, particular. And not only this, they're using means schemes of lobbies. Also, as I said, I never knew about that. I understand what they happen. Therefore, all what I'm saying confirmed, verified by docs, by archive docs too. Employees at each president, their advisors, for example, or Truman, National Security Advisor of Joe Biden, Sullivan. There are the McGurk on Middle East case, member of National Security Council, Joe Biden administration in White House. Such employees fully belong by schemes to Rothschild and Co., who by lobby schemes from start, when these political figures decided to run for president or to Congress as senator, as representative, no matter. There, particularly about president, they already from start who should be in the election campaign, in which position, and if this person candidate will take what house, this will come concrete position as National Security Advisor, as Secretary of State, as Secretary of Defense, as Attorney General, etc. From start, fully control it. They're acting as team. This playbook. Yes, by playbook, I'm talking about that. Rothschild and Co ruled the world secretly, as John Kennedy called them. They acting as secret society, and that true. And Joe Biden, Sullivan, Blinken, McCarthy, and other condoms. I can call them human animals because they fully supported genocide. And this human animal was used by Israel authority against Palestinians, and these human animals of United States political establishment, satanic evil means, as Blinken, Sullivan, McGurk, and others in Congress, how many of them? Lindsey Graham, Mike Johnson, etc. Fully supporting human animals. Period. And this word was used by Israel authority. are using against them this word by fact check. They committed genocide and continue do that, even planning do more. Undeniable. Watch this video shortly, less than 1 minute.
People in the country, even among the Jews, the Zionists particularly, who were against anything that was to be done if they couldn't have the whole of Palestine and everything handed to them on a silver plate so they wouldn't have to do anything. It couldn't be done. You had to take it in small doses. You can't move 5 or 6 million people out of a country and fill it up with 5 or 6 million more and expect both sets of them to be pleased. We had all sorts of objections to everything that was done. Something had to be done. We went ahead and done it. I don't think that decision to recognize Israel is an easy one. I had to make a compromise with the Arabs and divide Palestine.
Can you tell us specifically that a lot of Jewish people were against you too?
Oh, well, there were a lot of Jewish people against me because they wanted the whole of Palestine. As I say, they want to drive all the Arabs into the Tigris and Euphrates rivers.
Truman was opposed creation of Zionist state. But he himself saying that he was misinformed, even there was pressure against him. And he to step back means green light, all that, including Nakba, including the Israel satanic, evil authorities plan create big Israel. Great Israel means Zionism. I will read that. This George Gardiakos. The creation of Israel in 1948 was a controversial and divisive issue for the international community, especially for the United States and its president, Harry Truman. Truman initially opposed the idea of a Jewish state in Palestine and tried to promote a solution that would accommodate both Arabs and Jews in a federation or a binational state. However, he faced strong pressure from the Zionist lobby and his own advisors. Listen, same today about Joe Biden, about Trump, about others. These fact checkers, they can deny, they can lie, but they lie not to alone. Reality that out today, American political establishment fully controlled by Rothschild and Co., who behind this satanic, evil, terrorist authority of Israel. However, he faced strong pressure from the Zionist lobby, means AIPAC, and his own advisors who urged him to support the partition of Palestine and the recognition of Israel. Truman reluctantly agreed, but he later regretted his decision and blamed the Zionists for killing his plan and interfering with his policy. He also criticized the Israeli government for their treatment of the Palestinian refugees who were forced to flee their homes and lands during the war. United States President. The other man, here this video for these 2 days would mean genocide. Look at this video, after that I will continue. They intentionally doing by Israel satanic evil terrorist authority of human animals, and they supported by United States, means Joe Biden administration, and by Congress, means bipartisan forum, and also by British authority, means British monarchy and the British monarchy puppet government, by EU authority, by German authority, and etc. in Western countries. Look. Shortly, therefore. Again. Size 10, where you see Palestine, this Nazi Germany. Some condom in United States Congress, human animals, as Lindsey Graham can say using George Orwell method as alternative reality. Call Palestine as Nazi Germany. And call that in World War II time. There was Dresden, there was Berlin. And they argue. By any cause, supported genocide against Palestinians. And for, in this case, same to white, black to black, white. When Israel, Nazi authority, in Israel, Nazi authority, Nazis, attacking occupied territory, or finally decided genocide, ethnic cleansing.
I believe
This man.
I think I have the right to.
This man. Volker Bernadotte, United Nations mediator in Palestine, 1948. This man, I shortly will show you.
That we sooner or later, it might be sooner, can get a settlement and stop the war in Palestine.
Count Bernadotte surveyed the devastated Palestinian villages and visited refugee camps in both Palestine and Jordan. The scale of the humanitarian disaster became apparent. He witnessed cramped living conditions, long queues for basic food, and scarce medical aid. The Count was no stranger to human disaster. With the Red Cross, he had rescued over 30,000 prisoners of war from Nazi concentration camps. He advocated the Palestinians' right to return to their homes. In a report dated 16 September 1948, he wrote, "It would be an offense against the principles of elementary justice if these innocent victims were denied the right to return to their homes, while Jewish immigrants flow into Palestine, and indeed at least offer the threat of permanent replacement of the Arab refugees who have been rooted in the land for centuries. The Count's first proposal argued for fixed boundaries through negotiation, an economic union between both states, and the return of Palestinian refugees. The proposal was turned down.
I hope that I will continue my mission as mediator for Palestine. That's what we hope to. And this is now a setback. I would like to say, a success in the beginning. It goes up and down. Now we are a little down, but I'm not at all a broken man over this. But I'm still hopeful that we can get a result of the mission.
On September the 17th, 1948, the day following his UN report, the motorcade of Count Bernadotte was ambushed in Jerusalem. He was shot at point-blank range by members of the Jewish Stern Gang.
Palestine, and from Jerusalem, the bodies of Count Bernadotte and the French truce observer Colonel Serro are conveyed by ambulance to Haifa. Guards of honor pay homage to the man whose murder by Stern Gang terrorists shocked the world. Humanity is the poorer for the loss of Count Bernadotte, whose work for peace in Palestine had won the admiration of all civilized peoples.
I believe, and I think I have.
This Gestapo attack, believe me, what online you're seeing and feeling this literally they're doing. They're happening to them, they're using this technology, this construction, and pushing by thousands against me and tortured me. And this painful, of course, the serotonin broke my bone. And same attack was now, in this second. When I show you Volker Bernadotte how was killed, for what? He said, his plan, which one was? Palestinians should return to their home, or if not, Israel. You should give them compensation. They were their home, they are into home. This all money, this all the ordinary people, but their wealth this was. They lost that, the innocent people, civilians, and you take their land home, you shall give them compensation. A very rightful position was. For that reason, he was killed by Irgun, means terrorist group of Israel. Menahem Begin, Yitzhak Shamir, killed by them. Even today, again, this crime against humanity, what happened in 1948, and there no matter how many decades, years this happened years ago this happened. Israel should pay to Palestinians compensation, and this will happen. We together will act, first for stop this genocide. After that, we will use our measures fully boycotting Israel, fascists, who committed genocide. No one country should cooperate or relationship with Israel. Spit on their products, including military products. Some countries think this most important to them. Not. Important your own country future. And there are no way helping country who committed and committing televised form genocide. They will come to you. They will come after you. No doubt. Again, they plan. Who behind Israel again? Rothschild and co. They plan big war. What this means, I repeatedly saying, 5 billion should die. 5 billion means many countries will clean up their name from world map. 5 billions. And Israel part of that. Israel authority part of that. No doubt. Because Rothschild and co. Who create Israel, how they rule the world, including Western countries, developed countries. You're seeing online now. Huh? Undeniable. İşte Bernadotte, I think, Folke Bernadotte is Swedish diplomat was. So, this happening, and we shall stop that. How, I think, invoke Genocide Convention, also boycott Israel products, and product worldwide, particularly Western countries, companies, including Starbucks, McDonald's, who will continue cooperate with genocidal authority, genocidal state means apartheid state. Apartheid state, genocidal terrorist authority. We also should reject them, boycott them, as several names I already said, Starbucks, McDonald's, etc. Our position that. Now, two things we already shall start to invoke Genocide Convention and also start boycott Israel and Israel products. Cut diplomatic ties with Israel worldwide. Not afraid. Do that together with me. Do that. If America will pressure you, reject them. Not afraid. You're much more powerful than they. What America will do you against you? But we together, and our goal, again, this already coming to our main job, what we shall do by stopping climate crisis, which death sentence to you, already I will come into climate crisis theme. Death sentence to you without war, without the big crisis, big war. Climate crisis itself will end your existence, planet Earth civilization. No doubt. This is about physics and scientists and scientists saying that. And you failing stop climate crisis because who created this climate crisis? Well known, Rothschild and co, who rule the world. All big fossil fuels, all big banks, all entire Wall Street, more than 90% of them, this Rothschild and co. Means at almost 100%. All sector, agriculture, oil, gas, energy sector, other pharmacy, all sector people, education, Harvard, Harvard University, Kennedy School too. How they own you, this dome, dome. And so, by stopping climate crisis, for that reason, because climate crisis, our fight for stop climate crisis, block it, barrier it. And will they do anyway this? And you think that in today's COP28 in the United Arab Emirates, this Clonada, not climate crisis summit, this Clonada. There no way they will act. We shall act, and this means we also, by stopping climate crisis, fighting to stop climate crisis, we shall replace this system which ruled the world. Means Rothschild, owned by Rothschild and Co. system, we shall replace by fully transparent and secure system. Together with me, this is possible. And we will stop them finally, this Rothschild and Co. They don't, we will break down, tear down. They don't. No doubt. We will replace, we will create peace, justice for all. Literally, this is not utopia. This will happen. Your life level, worldwide, and your security, your dignity, all will happen. It means your dream will come true. My mission for that, for you. And together we shall act. For today's situation demand we shall act. Fighting climate crisis and for replace the system which ruled the world. And behind today's Israel, who committed and continue to commit genocide in televised form, they who own this system, Rothschild and Co. Simple and period. And Western countries are fully controlled by them. Western countries media too, you televised form or seeing. Basta. This should be enough, is enough for you. For final wake up. World is ruled by them, and we can be much more powerful than they. And we shall stop them. If not, you will die, Earth people. No doubt. No doubt. They will kill you. And climate crisis will kill all of you. You and them. They not believe in that because they have faith to Saturn. They satanic Saturn and same lifestyle. Therefore, Epstein network. They're pedophiles. They Sodom Gomorrah lifestyle. But they media try deny that, lying about Israel authority. This authority, human animals, they themselves they try say about that how they did Gallant and Netanyahu against anti-Palestinian people. And they themselves this confirm it, verify it. All based on fact check. Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg tweeted, "The death rate in Gaza is at a historic high, with thousands of children killed in just a few weeks. Demanding an end to this inexcusable violence is a question of basic humanity. Silence is complicity. You cannot be silent in an unfolding genocide." And their letter in The Guardian, opinion letter. And headline of this letter: "We will not stop speaking out about Gaza's suffering. There is no climate justice without human rights." Greta Thunberg and Fridays for Future, Sweden. Youth climate activists having been radicalized. Solidarity with marginalized people has always been at the heart of our message. Written in this letter. More than 15,000 people, and this article several days ago, now more, 18,000. Each 24 hours they killed 700, 800 people, at approximately half of them children, each 24 hours. More than 15,000 people, of whom at least 6,000 were children. That's how many people Israel has reportedly killed in the Gaza Strip in a matter of weeks, and those numbers are still rising. Israel has bombed basic societal infrastructure and civilian targets such as hospitals, schools, shelters, and refugee camps. Israel has imposed a siege, preventing food, medicine, water, and fuel from reaching the 2.3 million Palestinians trapped in the occupied Gaza Strip, leading Oxfam to accuse Israel of employing starvation as a weapon of war. Dozens of United Nations experts have described the situation as a genocide in the making. Hundreds of international scholars have warned of an unfolding genocide, and prominent Israeli genocide expert Raz Segal has called it a textbook case of genocide. But most of the world, particularly the so-called global north, is looking the other way. Despite these horrors, some have chosen to focus their public debate on attempt to delegitimize statements about Gaza made by youth people in the climate justice movement. Contrary to what many have claimed, Fridays for Future has not been radicalized or become political. We have always been political because we have always been a movement for justice, standing in solidarity with Palestinians and all affected civilians has never been in question for us. Advocating for climate justice fundamentally comes from a place of caring about people and their human rights. That means speaking up when people suffer, are forced to flee their homes, or are killed regardless of the cause. It is the same reason why we have always held struck in solidarity with marginalized groups, including those in Sapmi, Kurdistan, Ukraine, and many other places, and they struggled for justice against imperialism and oppression. Our solidarity with Palestine is no different, and we refuse to let the people and we refuse to let the public focus shift away from the horrifying human suffering that Palestinians are currently facing. Due to the amount of misdirected attention on us, as well as the number of misinterpretations of our position, we would like to once again clarify our stance. All Fridays for Future groups are autonomous, and this article represents the views of nobody but Fridays for Future Sweden. The horrific, the horrific murders of Israeli civilians by Hamas cannot in any way legitimize Israel's ongoing war crimes. Genocide is not self-defense, nor is it in any way a proportionate response. It also cannot be ignored that this comes within the broader context of Palestinians having lived under suffocating oppression for decades in what Amnesty International has defined as an apartheid regime. While all of this alone would be reason enough to comment on the situation as a Swedish movement, we also have a responsibility to speak up due to Swedish military cooperation with Israeli arms companies, which makes Sweden complicit in Israel's occupation and mass killing. We are now seeing a sharp increase in anti-Semitic and Islamophobic statements, actions, and hate crimes in Sweden and the world. The leader of the largest party in the Swedish coalition government is speaking of demolishing mosques, and the Israeli flag was burned in front of the synagogue in Merma. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. We unreversibly, we unreversibly, we unreservedly condemn we unreservedly condemn all forms of discrimination, including anti-Semitism and Islamophobia. Everyone speaking out on this crisis has a responsibility to distinguish between Hamas, Muslims, and Palestinians, and between the state of Israel, Jewish people, and Israelis. We grieve this attack, this solid attack. Okay. We grieve their lives lost over the past several weeks and are appalled by the fact that those numbers have been allowed to continue to rise. The death rate in the Gaza Strip is at a historic high, with thousands of children killed in just a few weeks. This amount of suffering is incomprehensible and cannot be allowed to continue. When United Nations experts call upon the world to act to prevent a genocide, as fellow humans, we have a responsibility to speak out. Demanding an end to this inexcusable violence is a question of basic humanity, and we call on everyone who can do so, Silence is complicity. You cannot be neutral in an unfolding genocide. This article was written by Greta Thunberg, Alde Nielsen, Jamie Mata, Raquel Frescia. I already showed this video. Very important letter by Greta Thunberg and team. I call others Fridays for Future join worldwide, and not only Fridays for Future. All climate crisis fighters, no matter in which country, no matter what they call it, all join to Greta Thunberg this call for demand stop the genocide, and you should be loud climate crisis fighters. And not only climate crisis fighters, all Earth people, all journalists, all investigative journalists, all human rights organizations, all, ordinary people, trade unions, all, from all spheres, from all countries around the world, join, demand stop this genocide by Israel, and also demand invoke Genocide Convention, International Court of Justice, and also start boycott Israel and Israel produced products, and also companies who, despite genocide, their genocidal authority, continue cooperate with such criminal authority, terrorist authority of Israel. This crucial, this important.
One of defended by
Well, this video, here seeing how Israel even killing boys, 9 years old and 14 years old. This video from Al Jazeera.
We begin in the occupied West Bank, where Israeli forces have killed a 9-year-old Palestinian boy and a 15-year-old teenager during a raid in Jenin.
15 years.
Just a warning, some of our viewers may find the following pictures disturbing. So there's the footage right there. It shows the moment they were shot by Israeli forces. And this comes after Israel's army raided Jenin for hours and declared the area a closed military zone. Israeli soldiers stormed the city and the refugee camp with armored vehicles and bulldozers. We'll get more on this from Charles Stratford. Charles, you're joining us from the Jenin refugee camp in the occupied.
And there. About climate crisis, Sophie Gabriel. When the scientists are terrified, we should be too. More than 1,000 climate scientists, now 1,500, urge public to become activists. We are terrified. We need you, scientist rebellion. I signed this letter to, and they are scientists calling you all Earth people. Scientists all calling that you. Our only chance to stop climate crisis. We should burn streets and squares across the world. Same day, we should organize that. Same day, across the world, on streets and squares, us should be billions. And we will stop climate crisis. We will replace the system which rules the world, which create this climate crisis, which before your eyes now in televised form committing genocide, all that, which planning launch big crisis, means big war, and they aim kill 5 billions of you and come public and rule the world. They aim publicly rule the world, no secretly, publicly. Here also important this Remib ruling. 75 years, I will talk about that, but this was important. Remib ruling. 75 years ago, December 4, 1948, New York Times publishes letter by Jewish dignitaries Hannah Arendt, Albert Einstein, and etc. Denouncing Menachem Begin, leader of Freedom Party, on a visit to US to raise funds for his campaign as a fascist and a terrorist. Shortly, we read this letter. Letter to New York Times. New Palestine Party. Visit of Menachem Begin and aims of political movement discussed. The edition of the New York Times. Among the most disturbing political phenomena of our times is the emergence in the newly created state of Israel of the Freedom Party, Tnuat Haherut, a political party closely akin in its organization, method, political philosophy, and social appeal to the Nazi and fascist parties. It was this letter from Albert Einstein and others, leading Jewish nationalities, celebrities of Western countries, including United States. It was formed out of the membership and following of the former Irgun Zwei Leumi, a terrorist right-wing Chauvinist organization in Palestine. Menachem Begin, member of Irgun Zwei Leumi. This terrorist group, Chauvinist organization in Palestine. The current visit of Menachem Begin, leader of this party, to the United States is obviously calculated to give the impression of American support for his party in the coming Israeli elections and to cement political ties with conservative Zionist elements in the United States. Several Americans of national repute have lent their names to welcome his visit. It is inconceivable that those who oppose fascism throughout the world, if correctly informed as to Mr. Begin's political record and perspectives, could add their names and support to the movement he represents. So, this history already you know. In today's Chinghiz Live, I try repeatedly saying you, Western countries fool at you. United States, British, Western civilization, all day lying to you, all day fooling you, all day using even George Orwell method means they saying to white black, to black white, this form lying, not partly, fully lying, 180 degrees form, opposite saying you. This Western civilization, not be fooled. What's happening now are by historical docs, archives, all there. I said, who Israel? Authority, fascist, terrorist, satanic, evil, undeniable. Mask after mask, decade of years. And now this televised genocide. No listen them. And you not will be fooled. They will anyway mislead you. They will anyway misinform you. Their decision. Who ruled them, Rothschild and Co., push it button. And how they lobby scam working, Harry Truman, former president of the United States, said, he was president. He was pressured by lobby groups and by own advisors. Pressured. Do that. And he did. That regret. Same about Joe Biden. About Trump, even much more worse, Trump. But Joe Biden, genocide, Joe Biden. Genocider, Joe Biden. Genocider, United States political establishment. Undeniable, both. Congress. Genocidal Congress. But look at them. Genocidal Congress of the United States. Genocidal President of the United States. Genocidal State of Secretary of State, the State Department, all day. Security Council, National Security Council of White House, all day. And their media will back it them. Genociders. They intentionally try downplay the genocide and same time start continue aid it, sending their bombs, rockets, sending their additional money, and blah blah blah humanitarian aid made for fool you, for mislead you. They immediately should be permanent ceasefire, period. Permanent ceasefire. And we, by our action, can do that. Otherwise, not will work. Which action? I said, go to International Court of Justice, invoke Genocide Convention, and start boycott Israel. And who collaborated with Israel? Their products too. And other measures we will use, how all will go. All this situation will go. I say, Okay, about climate crisis, what I can say, this Coronado, they not will act. I all said, huh? Sorry again. We shall act. Only our chance this, Earth people. We should organize together worldwide billions and act. Youth should lead this initiative, this power. Yeah, you do that, youth of planetary civilization. Do that. I, together with you, my mission for you. The same people who controlled me and by terror and torture, now they try to kill me by this system, terror and torture. And why they controlled me, how they controlled me, decade of years, $200 billion with plus they spending and continue. There are thousands Smiths for control me. No less than 100 in banque, high profile specialists. They are generals of police and KGB, former KGB, now called DTG. Fully equipped by banned weapons, electron weapons, sonic weapons, high-tech devices who supplied to them by Israel. Mossad, by Israel, this satanic, evil, terrorist authority, helping Ilham Aliyev and Putin boss. And behind scene, Rothschild and Co. who ruled the world and who behind establishment of Israel and remain there, collaborated with Putin. And they aim big war. But against me this, against Palestinian this, against you in climate crisis case this, already, all scientists saying this already you go to die if you not will stop climate crisis. And the system, which rule the world. We will replace the system which rule the world. My mission for you, for that, from universe unity. Think about that. This not I saying no propaganda, no lie. This true. There are no other reason. They keep him under control decade of years, each second, even each step of my mind, daily, nightly, sleeping time, daytime, eating time, working time, in apartment, outside apartment, on street square. No, nothing. Each second. $100,000 spending and continue. And they network. How you think on Palestine case? Or back it satanic terrorist authority by any cost. Network. Rothschild and Co. In my case too. They all deny existence of banking. They all deny this Ilham Aliyev authority and Putin authority. And Israel must start helping Ilham Aliyev by high techs for kill me, for stop me. All deny. I'm saying no, bank cannot exist, it's not authority. This democracy people, Azerbaijan people, therefore, they can influence on Chinghiz, they're doing that. Chinghiz this, some form of phenomena. It's all lie. My mission to give nations end Cold War. This undeniable fact check, historical fact. My mission to give nations, including Arab Springs. My mission did that. We start to that, but they, Rothschild and Co., they too, in some country they blocked that, in some country they by coup take back authority, as in Egypt. They this. My mission from universe unity for you. First, rescue or not. Look what's happening to you. You will die if you not will act. You can act. You're not acting. They not will give because dome, no way there. But my mission can do that together with you. We will break this dome. We will stop this climate crisis. We will replace this system which ruled you. And this call it rescue you. My mission. Shortly. Rescue you. After that, with belief, faith, and love, working together in our only way for join to universe unity. My mission for that. For you. Join me, those people, finally. Now listen, the media. On my case, they also misleading you, misinform you, brainwashing you, all using. Now listen them. Enough is enough. What's happening online, take that. Not how they try interpretation to that. Interpreted that. Not. What you seeing? All transparently. How they attacking me. State opportunity, high systemic forum. Each 10 minutes replacing one other. This brigade in bunker. Attacking me and allow 1,000 Smith, 90% of which police pushing daily, nightly, decade of years. No be fooled. Enough is enough. My mission for you. Join me. And I all said, in my case, what you should do. I try broke this day done by my action because when I not doing that, they using it. They murdar, huh? Sodom Gomorrah. They're using all that. Chinghiz not. When for that reason, I try use crowdfunding platform. If not doing, they say no problem, you can do. When I'm doing, they're blocking. Same on other cases too. They will use anyway. Yes. But I already did that, this Patreon crowdfunding. You can use that. We should change the situation. This is our first step. Together, we shall change this situation. Means we should start broke this system Torontosh against me too. Because my mission possible in civilized form, not under this system Torontosh. There's no way. I say, people, my mission for you, I from Universe Unity, and I come to you for help, for rescue you, with belief you will. Join me, you will. Work together with me in our only way means, in first steps, we will stop climate crisis. We will replace the system which rule the world by fully transparent and fully secure system. This first step, what we shall do. I say, today this, Earth people, I am Chinghiz together with you.